Good morning, everybody. Welcome. My name is Susan. I am the practitioner for the day today, and I'm going to be leading us in meditation. I invite you to just settle into your seats. We're going to have a little bit of sound and some silence in between. And just relax. Let your shoulders relax. Find your comfortable spot. Just breathe. Take some deep breaths in and release. Release whatever it took for you to get here today. Release any thoughts that you had from yesterday or any thoughts of what you might have to do after service. Just bring yourself to this moment, the only moment that really exists. Just breathe into this space as you make yourself comfortable. So visualize light coming over from the top of your head and giving you a shower, just rinsing off any energy that you want to let go of, just bathing you in light and the energy of divine love. I invite you now to visualize the love, the divine love that is the light that fills your body. Watch this light come in through the top of your head and go down into every cell, spiraling in the core of your body. Visualize it filling you, holding you. And I invite you to join the mantra, I am safe, I am loved. You can say it inside of yourself or say it out loud, whatever you choose. I am safe, I am loved. Visualize this light holding you, expanding, healing every cell in your body. And this divine light goes to your brain, and it heals every thought of the past that doesn't serve you any longer. It gently lets go of any thoughts of anger or pain and embraces the lessons and the love and the life that is now. helps to just gently wash away and release anything that does not serve you. I invite you to continue to visualize the glow of the divine love as it fills your heart. You may visualize a loved one or a pet or a friend that you hold dearly in your heart. Just embrace that being in your heart now. Just visualize and give all the love to that being. And know that being feels it now, no matter where it is, on this plane, in this dimension, or any other. It feels that love. Just embrace it. And I invite you to tell it, you are safe. You are loved. And now I invite you to bring into your heart all of your love. To give yourself the love that you can give. It is the divine love. And I invite you to say, I am worthy. I am loved. I accept this love. And visualize yourself embracing your spirit and your soul. And now, bring into your heart this community and everybody that is in it, whether they are present or at home or in other places, wherever they are. Embrace this group of people that come together as a spiritual family. And embrace them. And I invite you to tell them, you are loved. You are appreciated. Allow your heart to smile when you think of them. And now go out a little further into the community of Eugene and bring this love, all the love you feel in your heart, expanding to this community, to this larger community, to everyone that's in it. You can watch this love grow and continue outward to this state, to this nation, to beyond any concepts of border, out into the entire world, the entire planet, and outward. to the infinite. And as you expand in this love, just feel it come back to you as well. All the love coming back to you as well. Like a breath. In with the love and out with the love. Feel it in your cells. The tingling. Feel it in your body. And breathe it in. Soak it in. All the love of the universe. And visualize it just pouring over you. Now I invite you to visualize yourself as a glowing ball of light and love going forward into your week. Think of the faces of the people you meet. When you approach them with the smile and the love and their energy and vibration, they glow, they light up. Visualize them smiling back at you, reciprocating the love. Visualize every interaction at every grocery store or bank being a loving experience. And as you expand and share your love, visualize how it trickles out like a wave to everyone you meet and to everyone they meet. And know this is how the energy and vibration of love works. It is contagious. Just visualize that web of love trickling out to the universe. I invite you to take your time to come back to this space. And just relax in your seats. We will have about a 15-minute break before the gathering begins. Thank you for being here.
Good morning and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Linda. I am part of the Joy Note song leading team.
And I'm Kathy.
And we're here to invite you, to welcome you, to get you warmed up, to get you primed for the day today. It's Fifth Sunday. All bets are off. The practitioners are on. And we're doing this thing. So if you'll stand, we're going to sing some songs together. Different songs. Peace. I love myself so much. I love myself so much that I could love you so much, that you could love you so much, that you could start loving me. I love myself so much that I could love you so much, that you could love you so much, that you could start loving me. I love myself so much that I could love you so much, that you could love you so much, that you could start loving me. One more time. I love myself so much that I could love you so much, that you could love you so much, that you could start loving me. And take some of that energy and turn around and say hello to your closest neighbor, or two, or three. Hey, closest neighbor. All righty, and if you will come back around, we're going to sing one more song called Alleluia. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. I am light, I am light, I am love, I am power, I am peace, I am beauty, I am joy, I am. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. My God, you sound like a choir. Please have a seat. If you have a thing that makes noise on you, please silence it. If you are home washing dishes, please turn off your dishwasher and settle in for the service.
Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Radiant Gaines and I am a practitioner here. And as you may or may not know, it is Fifth Sunday, so all bets are off, which means this is an opportunity for our ministry and our practitioners to play with new ideas. We're still on the same kind of structure, but we're playing up a little. So at the center, what I learn is like we have this great sense of community of like-hearted individuals, our fellow godlings, that we come to share these great ideas together. And the one thing that I'm really learning and focusing on right now is the power of now, because Eckhart Tolle says that there is no suffering in the moment now. Suffering takes time. And so I've been asking myself all week long, what is missing from this moment? And any given moment when I'm spinning out, when I'm thinking about the IRS, of course, I don't affirm that I think about the IRS, but if I did, I would ask myself, what is missing from this moment now? Because a lot of times humanity requires deadlines like the 15th or December 25th, but there's no deadline in the now. So right now, nothing is missing. And it's a great feeling to just be in this present moment now with the consciousness of presence moving around us all the time. Possibilities. And so I'm grateful that I have a place to come every Sunday, even though it's an hour and 30 minutes away from my personal home right now. I'm grateful that I have a place to come where I can share ideas about being in the now. Our global vision for today is we envision a world that works for everyone, for all of creation. Which, okay, that's the message we're out, right? Maybe. But basically, we envision a world that works for everyone, for all of creation. Okay. And now I will invite the practitioner of day, which is, oh my goodness gracious, this is the first time I get to do this, and this is my moment to watch this young lady just grow up in our teaching. I am just overjoyed because I remember watching her come up here to give her talks where she had her 16 sheets of paper handwritten, and now to see her grow into a full-fledged practitioner speaking from her heart is it's just phenomenal. And we grow in our community, we grow together. And I grew in this community because you all believed in me, and so now I believe in you. So now we have Susan, who will come up and do the prayer after we sing our song.
Good morning. I invite you to settle in and take a few deep breaths. Bring yourself to this moment. I invite you to find the space where you connect with the divine. We recognize that there is one powerful presence, one divine spirit that is living in, through, and as everything that exists. It is in the stars. It is in the cells of our bodies. It is the energy of light, and it is in the shadows. It is the yin, the yang, the harmony, the balance. It is the very vibration of love that connects us all in oneness. I feel this presence here today, and I know I am one with it. As I know this for myself, I know this for every person, every living thing, everything that exists, and everyone here. I bless this center. This is a space where everyone is welcome and treated with love and respect because everyone is divine. I bless this space for welcoming, loving, supporting one another. No matter if a person has a physical, mental, emotional challenge, we know, despite appearances, the soul is perfect, whole, and complete, just as it is. And we give each other love and respect. And I bless the music for opening our hearts to the message today. I bless everybody that is here today to share their gifts and for us to receive them, knowing that all is said that needs to be said and all is heard that needs to be heard. And I am just so grateful for this time together. What a blessing to have this space and time that is safe and sacred for one another and to share. And with this, I gently release this into the law of mind, into the universal consciousness that always says yes, and allow it to be so, and together, and so it is.
Oh my goodness, did you all feel that? They grow up so fast. Okay, our message for today is color to the core with our other not trainee anymore, full-fledged practitioner, Danu Green. And our well-versed Reverend Trish will also be speaking on that. And today's music will be Mike and Carlene. And we don't have a high watcher, okay. And yeah, so our music today is Mike and Carlene Oh. Okay, hold on, sorry. June affirmation. I get it. I am one with all that is. Oh, wait, I'm going to say it first, and then we can all say it together. But we'll do it like one at a line at a time because it's. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'll say it once, and then we'll say it together. I am one with all that is, and I am a unique expression of God because I constantly move towards greater heights in my spiritual awareness. I am free of limitation and unstoppable in God. Okay, ready? I am one with all that is, and I am a unique expression of God. Because I constantly move toward greater heights in my spiritual awareness, I am free of limitations and unstoppable in God. And now we are greatly joyful because we have some songs by Mike and Carlene McCornack, and if you choose to stay after our service today, there will be a great concert. I inspire you all to come and see the concert. It starts at 12:30. Okay, so Mike and Carlene McCornack.
Good morning.
Well, what a lead in. We are going to be singing about the fact that No two people's journeys are the same. Everybody's road is their own.
Some are bumpy.
All are bumpy
Some are
sometimes. When you've walked this far, you have left 1,000 footprints marked on every path you've taken, and at each turn in the road, when your steps are traced. Every road is a unique one, though you set not out to seek one, you have made this road your own.
When you've come this far, with so many years behind you, and the X and gray remind you that you traveled far from home. But from where you stand, just a footstep will begin it. There's a life ahead within it,
And a road to call your own.
there are moments when it seems the journey has been all for naught. When it seems that every decent thing you've done has been forgot. Turn around and look behind you down that road. As you sing your songs, at each melody's beginning, as each phrase is set a-spinning, you will never be alone. If the song is true to the music of the spirit, there's a heart that's sure to hear it.
You can make that heart your own.
There are moments when it seems the journey has been all for naught. When it seems that every decent thing you've done has been forgot. Turn around and look behind you down that road. When you've walked this far, you have left 1,000 footprints marked on every path you've taken, and at each turn in the road. When your steps are traced, every road is a unique one, though you set not out to seek one.
You have made this road your own.
Thank you.
So we're going to take a moment and just get quiet and within so we're open and receptive to the messages that are to come. Everybody just find a relaxed place to be. If you want to close your eyes, you can. If you don't have to. But we're going to be singing I Am Opening. I told him there was no meditation, but... I am opening to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. As you already probably know, my name is Donnie Green, and I am a newly licensed practitioner at our center. Very happy to announce that. The title of this talk today is Colorful to the Core. I could not think of a better title for a talk to give on National Pride Weekend. So happy National Pride Month and Pride Weekend to all who celebrate. And as we know in this teaching, we are all born whole. We are all born with the wholeness of God existing in our soul, in our heart, at our core. And especially in those first few years of life, we add to that wholeness as we shape our personalities, as we learn who we are, what we like, what we're naturally good at. And we experience this rainbow spectrum, way more than 7 colors, by the way. We have hundreds and hundreds of colors that color our personalities and make up who we are. And as we begin to grow up through childhood, through our parents and our peers and our siblings, sometimes we start to doubt if we should have certain colors of that spectrum. For my first few years of life, I was a very quiet child. My mom was kind of concerned. I started talking very late in my childhood. But once I started talking, I never shut up. I drove my siblings and my parents crazy with how much I talked. And that was something I heard over and over again was, God, you are so annoying. Like, would you just shut up? And I heard it so many times that when I started hitting puberty, I kind of started to shut up. I started to become a much quieter person, and I started to doubt if people really wanted to hear what I had to say. I doubted if people would love and appreciate me if I talked too much. Also, as a young child and a young person, I was pretty naturally effeminate. And as I got older, my parents really tried in every effort to squash that and shape me into this tough, masculine man. And it always felt awkward, and it always felt uncomfortable to me. And I knew at a very young age that, yeah, I was kind of feminine, but I was also masculine, and that's just what came naturally to me. But because of pressure from my parents, pressure from my peers, I started to do drag as a very masculine man and try to live something that wasn't authentically how I felt and wasn't authentically how I wanted to express myself. I also realized at a young age that I was queer, and my parents were very not okay with that. I realized it way before they did. But there was a very strong effort to shape me into this ideal version of what they wanted for me, and the world tried to shape me into their individual ideas of what they wanted me to be. And so, to give you a metaphor, it's like I started to take black paint and just black out parts of the rainbow that make me who I am. said, oh, my parents don't really like orange. I'm going to cover that up. And, oh, my peers really don't like when I show up as red, so I'm going to get rid of that too. And as a teenager, I was questioning myself, why am I so depressed? Why do I hate myself? Why do I just not feel like myself? And it wasn't until later in life that I realized I was holding back from expressing myself. I was holding back from expressing these parts of me that, even though they're little tiny parts of what makes up the wholeness of who I am, they were very important parts. And I didn't realize till I got into adulthood how important those parts were. And once I left high school, I started to meet new friends. I started coming to Centers for Spiritual Living, originally at the Oakland Center, and a wonderful, wonderful friend brought me there for my first time. And I began to feel accepted. I began to start to feel safe to be who I really am. And then life happened, and I lost touch with the centers and lost touch with most of my friends, and I entered a relationship that was very psychologically abusive, and this partner would yell at me and scream at me and tell me how much he hated me, how annoying I was, how I talked too much, how I talked too much about myself. And I really, really shut down again and became a very quiet person again. I started smoking a lot of weed because I realized that it really helped numb and cover up a lot of parts of myself. I started using a lot of different drugs that helped me numb and cover up all these parts of myself. And as I got older, I decided to go to therapy, did my work to start to pick apart all these little parts of my rainbow that were missing, that were causing me pain, that were making me not feel whole anymore. As I came back to the centers and dove deeper into this teaching, it helped me do that work to realize what I really believed about myself and which beliefs didn't serve me anymore. And I started to dive back into what is it going to take for me to feel authentic? What is it going to take for me to love myself? What is it going to take for me to fully express the beautiful rainbow that I am? And I started talking again. I'm never going to shut up. And I love that. And I found the friends and the people and the community that support me in that and love how much I talk. They love how much I express myself. I did something I thought I'd never be able to do, and I started doing stand-up comedy and was a natural and was so successful at this, and it is one of the greatest joys of my life. I started writing poetry again, and actually for the first time in my life sharing my poetry, because I realized people do want to hear what I have to say. People do want to take in my art and be inspired by it and learn from it. I would not be here on this stage today talking to you all if I had stayed shut up. And I am so grateful and so glad to get to be here sharing this message with you today. To bring this all together, I really want you all to go within when you have time and just think about, are there any parts of myself, it's my 1 minute mark, are there any parts of myself that in childhood or from a toxic relationship or a toxic friendship, what parts of myself have I blacked out from my rainbow? How can I reintegrate those? How can I express those? How can I love myself for the wholeness that I am? That kind of work is the key to your happiness. It's the key to your success. It's the key to your superpowers and your joy and your full expression of yourself. And to take this macro, God includes everything and excludes nothing. And as we reflect on this National Pride Weekend, I want us to all think about how trans folks, non-binary folks, gay, lesbian, transgender, agender, two-spirit, and the whole giant spectrum that makes up LGBTQ+, these are all tiny little beautiful marks that make up this rainbow of humanity. And they all need to be included, they all need to be accepted, they all need to be loved. And I'm gonna finish with a quote from this wonderful book, Stained Glass Spirit. by Tracy Brown that we read in our practitioner course. Look at each person the way you look at the individual pieces of a stained glass window. Appreciate their differences. Welcome their unique contribution. Nurture their soul and spirit. When you consistently allow your best self to be eternally fused with the best of each person, you will be a part of the stained glass spirit shining within each individual and throughout the entire community. Thank you.
Thank you, Danu. That was beautiful. And now Reverend Trish Mackey will be doing our next speech. Message,
Sharing,
talk,
talk.
conversation, gossip. She'll be talking.
I'm talking about gossip this morning. Danu, I just wanted to say something before I started my own. I was so with you that I began to drift away from what I was focused on. So I say thank you for that. Thank you for not keeping me stuck in something when I can be open and receptive. I appreciate that and love that about you. Thank you. So good morning, everyone. It is a lovely, lovely moment and a lovely time to decide about life. When I volunteered to speak today, I immediately knew what I was going to do, and that was to share a story with you. In fact, it's one of my favorite stories, and you can find it in volume 1 of Chicken Soup of the Soul. So it's that long ago that I read it. There's so many more volumes since then. And so it's a story about a 4th grade classroom and what happened on a particular day that was set up by the teacher. So sit back and enjoy, close your eyes, whatever you'd like to do as I share this story with you. Mrs. White was a 4th grade teacher, and this morning as the children came in as they normally did, they found that there was going to be something different that day, something they hadn't expected, and nothing that the teacher had ever done before. When they got in their seats, she said to them, I want you to take out a sheet of paper. And on that paper, I want you to write in all capital letters these 2 words, I, capital I, can't. C-A-N''T. And then I want you to list down for the next 10 minutes writing all of the things you can't do. I can't hit the ball. I can't get a good grade. I can't jump as high as Bobby. I can't get Susie to like me as a friend. Whatever it is. And so for the next 10 minutes, that's exactly what the children did. They wrote and they wrote and they wrote. And everyone had plenty to write. When they were finished, she said, now bring it up, and I want you to put it in this box that's sitting here on my desk. And they all did that. And when they were all done, all 30 of the 4th grade students, she said, now follow me down the hallway. And as they walked down the hallway, still surprised and not knowing what was going on, puzzled, she stopped at the janitor's closet, opened it up, and took out a shovel. Never saying a word, she continued down the hallway, out the door, out into the playground, and way to the back corner of the playground. She said, today we are going to bury I can'ts. She said, we are going to honor it. And so she started to dig. Well, let me tell you, it took a while because of the fact that every child wanted to have a turn at the shovel. They wanted to be part of doing this. and they were ready to release all the things that they had held as I can't. So they got the hole dug, and they placed the box inside of it. And they all gathered around the hole, holding hands. And Mrs. White began with the eulogy. Today we have provided a resting place for I can'ts. He is survived by his brothers and sisters. I can, I will, and I'm going to right away. Yes, they are not as well known as their famous relative and not as strong or powerful yet. But perhaps someday, with your help, they will make a bigger impact and mark on you and on the world. After refilling the hole, they returned to their classroom and made a tombstone out of poster board, and it said on it, "Rest in peace, I can't," and the date, March 28th, 1980. Well, of course, cookies and milk followed, as all events must be celebrated. And that tombstone hung in the classroom all through the rest of the year. And whenever a child came up and said, "I can't," the teacher would just point to the tombstone. The child would be reminded and would step back and rephrase the words they were trying to say. This month, our theme has been about holy boldness. I want to invite you to live out loud. To live out loud, to be who you are, whatever you are at that moment, and be colorful, be bold, be more than you ever thought you could be or allowed yourself to show to others, to accept and to integrate in your life instead of keeping it hidden. Let's focus on, how about I can? I can do this. Not that I can't. I just haven't done it yet. But I can do it. What about I will instead I won't? What if I chose to do it differently, to step out in a way I've never done before, or a larger way than I've ever done it before, which usually includes a lot more shaking. Hands, your mind, you sweat. It's new and it's exciting. We're here to experience life, not to just drudge our way through it. How about if we focused on, I'm going to do it right away? That's a great one, because that way you never forget to do it. It never gets shoved down. It never gets put aside until you've done all the other things you already had on your list. At the end of the day, when you look at a to-do list and you see all the things you haven't done, how does that make you feel? It makes me feel like I've wasted my time. And I'm very clear that when a moment is gone, I cannot get it back. Focusing on who I am, what I want, is living not only in boldness, but in living in authenticity. I want to invite you to consider these words and to sit back and watch your life just blossom in a way that you have never seen it do before. I say, let's rest in peace with the I cans and release in peace all the I can'ts. Thank you. Namaste.
It's time for Reverend Liz to do the blessing of the offering. Remember that the hand that gives gathers. So now I'm going to ask you to take your gift and place it over your heart space. And just allow your heart to expand in gratitude, because we all know that all our blessings come from Source. Thank you, God, for all my blessings. Today I gift my gift, knowing that it will be used to continue to maintain our spiritual center, where we come to commune with Spirit and be in fellowship with each other. I give thanks.
And so it is.
So it is. Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. And so I bless these gifts that came from the hearts of this community, and I give thanks.
And we give thanks because Mike and Carlene have another song for us. Yeah, woo.
Well, thanks so much for having us here. We're going to do a song that the four of us are going to do after a little break, doing a benefit for this wonderful center and folks. There we go. It's called the Beaumont Rag. I have to get in the right key.
And if you're looking for deep meaning in this one, you're going to have to find it yourself. One, two, three, 4, 1.
Thank you.
All right, we've got announcements. We have lots of ways for people to come together and have community here through the week. So after gathering today, we're going to have a discussion group in the meditation room. Radiant is going to lead that for us. Thank you, Radiant. And then, of course, we have our concert that is going on at 12:30. Thank you so much for the musicians that are doing that for us as a benefit for the center. And we do have snacks in the social hall. And we do have the Soup for the Soul cookbook. If you haven't gotten your copy yet, please pick that up. That's for a fundraiser that Reverend Linda has done. Tuesdays at the 5th Street Market, we have the men's coffee. Wednesday gatherings, we're on summer break. Excuse me. Thursdays, we have Soup for the Soul with Reverend Linda. So there's not going to be a Soup for the Soul this week. And so we're ready for the next slide. We have group support group on Thursdays at 1:30. Karuna may be taking that off for the 4th of July as well. Women's lunch. This is such a nice time to get together. We have such a nice time on the first Saturday of the month, which is this Saturday. Bring your lunch. We have fun. We have Kathy brings what are the cards called? There's some kind of cards. Discussion cards that we have a lot of fun with. Yeah, we have a good time. And so bring your lunch and men's breakfast the first Sunday of the month. That's this Sunday at 9 a.m. at the Gateway Grill. We have the potluck this Sunday. We have such a nice time. Bring some food, and it's right after. Yes, the week coming. The potluck next Sunday. Bring your dish. Come and sit and have some nice conversation with each other. Community River Walk is July 7th with Joe Sanders. Joe, did you want to say something about it, or just that we're meeting at the carpooling from the social hall? The 7th? It's the first Sunday of the month? Do you want to do it?
Okay, I thought you had called me and said you were coming back on July 7th, so never mind. It's not going to happen. Next month.
Okay, we're doing the next month then. All right, now Reverend Liz is doing book clubs, and it's so much fun, you guys. This is on Wednesdays. They just finished the book Magic Mala, which was very enjoyable. And Reverend Liz, if you want to come on up and talk about the next book that we have starting this Wednesday, the 3rd.
Our next book is called Who Moved My Cheese? Sounds like a mystery, right? And that is starts Wednesday, next week Wednesday, and every Wednesday for the month of July. So this is about how we deal with change in your work and in your life. And it is a story of 4 imaginary characters who live in a maze looking for cheese to nourish them and make them happy. There's 2 mice named Sniff and Scurry, and 2 little people named Hem and Haw. And these characters are parts of all of us, the simple and the complex. The story would teach us to anticipate and monitor change and ready to change quickly again and again so we can stop moving the cheese. So if you're thinking of checking out our book club, don't hem and haw. Scurry to see me after service, and I'll get you signed up and make sure that I order your book for you. Stop by. We just finished doing the Magic Mala, and it's a story about prayer beads, and it's a lot of interaction. It's a lot of sharing. It's really fun, and it's something to occupy you this summer. And so for the midsummer, the book to read is Who Moved My Cheese? And by the time we're done, we'll be able to figure out who. Who moved your cheese? I like to know who moved my cheese, if my cheese is missing. So we will see you all on Wednesday. So see me if you're interested in being a part of our Book of the Month Club. It really has been enjoyable the month of June. And we will continue to do a couple more books before the end of the year. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so first Friday of each month, we have events committee. We get together and talk about what fundraising events we want to do and any other events. We've got Pride. We've got Saturday Market that we're going to go out for. We've got some plans with some piggy banks that's going to be really fun. Possibly another yard sale, holiday giving, volunteer meal nights. We've got a lot going on. So we'd love to have you come and participate. It's a great way to build community, to be a part of those things, and we have a lot of fun. And then we have bingo on July 13th, and we've just been, oh my gosh, you guys, last bingo, we had a slightly inappropriate gift, and everybody laughed so hard. The person that received it was crying, laughing so hard. We had such a good time. So think of what you want to bring for that. And for gifts, we just bring whatever you want to bring. And sometimes we have donated meals. We have lots of donated wine for some reason, a lot of wine. but just come in. And then we'll also have a big cash prize. Kathy won almost $100 or $110 or over $100 in a cash prize last time. So we're just having a really good time. Love to have you. Okay, so this one Danu is going to talk about.
All right, so starting on July 24th and 25th, I will be teaching my first course here, Meditation is More Than You Think. It's going to be a really fun class. We're going to explore 8 different forms of meditation, some of which you may have never even realized were meditation. So we'll be meeting on Zoom. It's an 8-week course. We have Wednesday evenings at 6:30 and Thursday mornings at 10:30. It'll be about 2.5 hours for each class with a little break in between. And the cost is $160, and if anyone needs a payment plan, you can come see me and we can arrange that if you can't pay that all at once. So would love to see you here. Thank you.
All right, Book Boutique, if you would like to look at the book in the bookstore afterwards, you're welcome to do that. That's after. And then also we have Creative Space is also this Saturday after the women's group at 1 o'clock. That is my favorite gathering, one of my favorite gatherings. There is something about people getting together and creating. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You can be sewing, you can be knitting, you can be painting. If you don't have something that you like to do, we have stuff here. We have painting materials, and Kathy usually brings stuff to make jewelry, and we've made wands, and we're doing all kinds of neat stuff. And it's just a nice time to sit together and create. It's really, really nice. And I think that's all we've got going on for this. Oh, yes, and then we always are for what? Okay, production room, we're looking for volunteers, and who would they directly talk to? Kathy Kleppinger, who is there in the pink shirt. She'll be coming down. If you have any inclination of would like to be a part of that, they could really use support there, and that would be fantastic. Greeters, we'd love to have greeters, and if somebody would like to help with bookstore, there's always a space for your inspiration, and we'd love to have your participation. And it's a fun way, as I say, to build community, to be a part of that stuff. So, thank you. Radiant's going to do the healing circle for us.
Okay, so first of all, I messed up because I forgot to acknowledge the most important thing of our Sunday service is that we acknowledge that we are meeting on the unceded traditional territory of the Kalapuya people. Oops. Anyway, we're so grateful that we have this space and that anyway, we're grateful. Anyway, Matt, can you make some magic for me to do my healing circle, please? Sorry, I didn't ask you until now. All right, if you will settle yourself into your seat. You know, us practitioners, we get to play, and one of the ways that we play is healing. And healing doesn't necessarily mean that everything is broken or wrong right now, because we can always have more good than we have right now. So if there's anyone in this room who wants more good, or has something that needs healing, or a new idea or a new belief, if you would please raise your hand. And if there's anyone in this room, you know, as we use this teaching, we are all practicers of this teaching. If you know just a little of this teaching, or you know all of this teaching, or you think you know everything there is to know about this teaching, we all can use this teaching. And I think that there is a higher level of healing that happens when we pray together. And so is there anyone in this room who would know a whole healing or something better for someone else in this room, who would hold space for our community? Awesome. And now if I could get my practitioner team to rise and join me in what we call a chamber prayer. And I'm going to just do a main prayer up here at the mic, but our practitioner team will just stand up and do a quiet prayer, and you'll witness the magic unfold of healing for all. Because this healing doesn't just be in this room. This healing it goes out to our community, and anyone who needs healing in this moment, or needs something better, or has everything together but wants more goodness, more love, more peace. So I know that there is only one power, one complete presence in all things, all moments, all time and space. And I call this power God. And I know that as I speak these words of radiant out loud, I speak the words for anyone who hears my voice, that God is all there is through my voice, and it is so through my conviction and my belief. And I know and affirm for myself and for anyone who hears my voice, for anyone who would claim this. Love flourishes here. Peace presides in my heart and pours out through my joy. I know and affirm that there is something greater that has already been experienced in my life, greater than I ever thought it could be. My consciousness is expanded. My community is grown. And I'm so grateful to once again stand up here in my community of like-minded, like-hearted individuals, godlings. So grateful to know that you support me, and so grateful for the opportunity to provide support back. And I release this prayer into the cosmos that says yes to everything before I even say it. I know that it is done as I say, and so it is. And now if you'll rise, we'll sing our closing song.
If you choose, repeat after me. I am colorful to my core. And I allow the rainbow that I am to shine in its fullest beauty. And so it is.